Good morning. We have been discussing the time domain representation of the linear time invariant system. So these methods are used for describing the relationship between input and output signals of the linear time invariant systems. And these systems describe that relate the input and output signals when both the signals are functions of time. Okay. So yesterday we began characterizing an linear time invariant system in terms of the impulse response. As the output of the linear time invariant system due to the unit impulse signal input is applied at time t is equal to 0. And this impulse response completely characterizes the behavior of the any linear time invariant system. That is the reasons we generally apply the impulse input to the system so that we will get the impulse output for the systems. So yesterday we have discussed that, and we have been discussing the convolution sum. Okay, so we begin by considering the discrete time case, and for that we have yesterday seen the arbitrary signal is expressed as a weighted superposition of the shifted impulses. Okay, so the convolution sum is obtained by applying the signal represented to the time linear time invariant systems. Okay, so yesterday we have discussed that the output of the linear time system is given by the weighted sum of the time shifted impulse response. Okay, so it is assumed that the system is time invariant. System is time invariant, then a time shift in the input results in the input in a time shift in the output. Okay, so the system is time invariant, then a time shift in the input results in the time shift in the output. So this relationship implies that the output due to the time shifted impulse is a time shifted version of the output due to the impulse, and therefore we can write h of del of n minus k, this the impulse response, that is h of n minus k. Okay, so here this h of n is the h of the small n, small h, the small h of n is the impulse response, and this is equal to h of del of n. So this is the impulse response of the linear time invariant system. Impulse response of linear time invariant system, H. Okay, so the response of this system, which is given by this equation number 2.1, that is x of n is equal to summation of k equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k Okay, so this equation, the response of the system to the basic function in this equation is determined by the system impulse response. Therefore, we have to substitute this equation in this above equation. I will call this equation number 1. We have to substitute this. Therefore, the response of this equation is determined by the system impulse response. Substituting this substituting equation A in equation let me admit substituting the equation 1 here. Okay. Substituting equation number 1 in equation 1. Into equation okay. So we may write the output then. If you substitute this equation number 1 in this equation, then we can write the output summation k equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k into h of n minus k. Okay, so this is the output, and the output of linear time invariant system is given by the weighted sum of the time shifted impulse response, and therefore the direct consequence of expressing this input as a weighted sum of the time shifted impulse basis functions Therefore, the above equation give this, we can give this equation number is equation number B. Okay, so this equation, above equation B, is termed the convolution sum. Is termed convolution sum, and it is denoted by symbol star, like this. Okay, then we can write this, that is x of n convolution of the star, actually impulse response, that is h of n, is equal to summation k equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k into h into n minus k. So this is impulse shifted response. Okay, so the convolution process, for one example we'll discuss, that is a linear time invariant system with the impulse response h of n and the input x of n. So the input is decomposed as a sum of weighted and time shifted input impulses with k as an input component, where here k is the input component given. Okay, so the output of the system associated with the kth impulse k is input component given by the xk into del of n minus k, like this. Okay, so the output of the system associated with the kth impulse input is represented in the right half of the figure. Okay, and we can write this h of x of k into del of n minus k is equal to x of k into h of n minus k. Okay, so this output component is obtained, the output component is obtained by shifting the impulse response, by shifting the impulse response k units in time and multiplying by x of k. Okay, therefore the output y of n in the response to the input, in the response to the input, x of n is obtained by summing all the individual outputs. Okay, this will again clear when you consider the examples. These things will be get clear. So output can be termed like this: k is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k into h into n minus k. Okay, so let us consider the linear time system with impulse response h of n and the input. So the input is given like this. So this is a 0, -1, 1, 2. Okay. So this is value 1. Okay. This is again 1. So signal is given half. Okay, then there is a at 1, the amplitude is 1, and this is again half. It is half. Okay. So this is the x of n, and now the impulse response of linear time system is shown like this. So for 0, it is a half. For okay, for 1, it is 1. For again 2, it is half, and for 3, it is again half. So this is the h of n. Okay, so this is the input, and this is the impulse response. Okay, so the output component is obtained by shifting the impulse response. We have to shift this impulse response. We have to shift this impulse response to the input x of n, shifting the impulse response k unit. जितने भी now this like this h of n minus k. Okay, so we have to shift this impulse response by the k unit in time and multiplied by the x of k, and we have to multiply it by the x of k, and then we'll get the output. How? Now we'll see. So let us consider the function that is a x of for k is equal to -1. For k is equal to -1, that is x of k, x of k into h of n minus k. So x of k, that means x of -1 into del of n plus 1. Okay, del of n minus k, but here k value is -1, minus minus plus. So for that we have to consider this is the x of -1. Okay, this is the x of -1. So we can write from this input what is x of n. How we can write this x of minus 1 into del of n plus 1? This we can write. Okay, so we will get it is the minus 1, the magnitude is 1. Okay, whereas the rest of the terms will be 0, because we are decomposing the input signal. So at one time we will consider only one function. So x of minus 1 we are considering here. Okay, so this is x of minus 1 into del of n plus 1. So here we have to apply here h of n, because we have to multiplied by x of k, and the output y of n in response to the input x of n is obtained by summing all the individual output. So x of n is also given. X of n is given. Okay, so how we can x of n for this function? X of minus 1 into h of n plus 1. For k is equal to, this is also minus 1. For k is equal to minus 1. How you can now show the here the sequence? Okay, so here it is a minus 1, and this is actually the x of 1. Okay, this function is x of 1, but here now we have to h of n plus 1. So what will happen now? This will shifted toward the left. Okay, now this has become positive. Now it means the impulse response will shifted toward the left. This impulse response will be shifted toward the left. Now at 0, this is, I think it is 0. So at 0, this value is half. So it will be shifted towards left by 1 unit. Okay, because it is a shifted by 1, and this is a positive 1. So we can write here impulse response like this. It is shifted toward the left, and at the same time we have to also multiplied by the x of k. Okay, so it will be the minus 1 into, it is shifted toward the left. When you shift toward the left, it will become half at the minus 1. Initially it was half at the 0. Now we have shifted this by the 1 unit, so toward the left. So half is now magnitude comes at the minus 1, and therefore other they are suppose shifted also by 1 unit. So at 0 now it is a 1, at 2 it is minus half, and at is 3 it is again plus half. Okay, so we have shifted here by 1 unit in the left. So what we have to do, we have to now multiply it by, okay, so the in left hand side this is a x of minus 1, x of minus 1, and now here it is a, it is actually the minus 1 value, and it is a plus half value. So this is actually added. Convolution sum means it is a added. So minus 1 plus half, what will be the, it will be the minus half. Okay, okay, are you getting? So minus 1 plus half, so it is a minus half. So the resultant sum will be minus half. So it is at 1. So at 0 now. So see 0. It is at 0. What is the input? What was the 0? It is a half. At 0, if you see the given original signal, this is the given original signal. Okay, it is a half. So at this value it is a 0. So 0 is added with 1. 0 is added with 1, and x of minus 1 is, what is the value of x of minus 1? It is minus 1. X of minus 1 is minus 1 into h of n plus 1. H of n plus 1. So what is this value? When you put k is equal to minus 1, so this value is one is equal to minus 1. So this value you will get the minus value. At 0 we will get the minus 1 value. Okay. So next is this x of minus 1 is again 1 and 2. What is the x of n plus 1 value here? At 1 it is half. So it is minus half. So what will be the value? It is a plus half. So it will be on this side it is a plus half. Okay, so this is at 1. So at 2, what is the value? At this is 1, this is 2. So at 2, this is value half. Half is added with minus 1. Half is added with minus 1. What will you get? You will get minus half. So this will be the minus half. Okay, so are you getting? So in this way we have to find the individual signals. Now we'll consider the k is equal to 0. For k is equal to 0, that is when k is equal to 0, if you put in this equation, what will get? X of n, x of k, it is 0, and del into n minus k. So k is 0 here, so this is a n. Similarly on this side, for k is equal to 0, x of 0, and there is impulse response is h of n minus 1, so it is a h of 0. Okay, so now we'll draw the signal for this. We have to find the input. Okay, for first input we have considered, for the first case we have considered this input. Okay, now we will consider this input. What is the value here? It is a half. Initially it was minus 1, now it is half, then it is 1, and it is again minus half. So one by one we will consider individual. Now we have considered only this minus 1. Now we will consider plus half. Then we will consider plus 1. Then we will consider minus half. Okay. So that convolution sum, that means we have to consider individually for all the signals. So I will draw this. Okay. So now this is the minus 1. Now the second is, it is a half. At 0 it is a half. Okay. At 1, whereas the rest of the we have to consider as a 0, because we are just decompose all the input signals. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is h of n. So this is, if you, I will not do all the things as in previous. I will directly write now here the, for it is a, this is -1, this is a 0, this is 1. For 1 it is a -half. For 2 it is a -half, and for 3 it is a +half. Okay, so this will be the signal x of 0, h of 0 for k is equal to 0. Similarly, for k is equal to 0, sorry, k is equal to 1 now, your signal will become x of 1 into del of n minus 1. So for this, your input signal will become now like this. We are considering now for the third decomposed signal, that is 1. So this value is 1 and the rest are 0. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the x of 1 into del of n minus 1. Okay, because we are seeing only this value, x of 1 value. So similarly, here h of n, that is impulse response, we get for k is equal to 1, we get the signals. This is 0, this is -1, and this is now 1. 1 will get the half. Okay, and this is one value here. So this is half, but for 1 will get the half, for 2 will get 1, and for 3 will get -half, and for 4 will get +half. We have to multiply the same, sorry, we have to add these signals. These signals, it is added with the x of 1 into h of n minus 1. Okay, so by putting k is equal to 0, so it was the x of k into h of n minus k. So instead of k, we are putting here now 1. So when you put, we'll get these signals. And next is by putting, suppose k is equal to 2 in the equation, we get, what is k? K is the input component. Okay, we are just, so for k is equal to 2, I will just write x of 2 del into n minus 2, and for this, the last signal is given, this is 0, this is -1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the last is x up to del n minus 2. So n minus 2, so this is your value, that is -half. Okay, this is the input decomposition of the input signal. Now here the impulse response h of n is equal to, when you put k is equal to 2, okay, the impulse response will be h of x of 2 into h of n minus 2. Okay, it is shifted by the 2 unit, so it will become like this. We have to add this signal. So the signal is only at x of 2, it is -half. So -half is added with the the impulse response, which is shifted by the n minus 2. And if you do that, we'll get these signals like this. It is 0, again it is a 1, again it is a 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we'll get for 2, it is minus half. For 3, it is a minus half. For 4, it is a plus half. Okay. So the next step is we have to add all the functions, that is x of n is equal to the summation of k equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k into del of n minus k, and the impulse response is also we have to sum, so that we'll get the output y of n is equal to summation, that is k equal to minus infinity to infinity x of k into h of n minus k, h of n minus k. So if you add this, we will get the complete input signal. Complete input signal is, it is 0. For 0, it is a plus half. For minus 1, it is a minus 1, it is a magnitude is 1. For 1, it is 1. For 2, it is a minus half. Okay, and this is 3 and 4. So it is a 0. This is a minus 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. And this is the total input signal x of n. Similarly, the total impulse signal this is 0. So at 0, it is a minus 1. At 1, at minus 1, it is a minus half. And at 1, it is a 1. At 2, there is no signal. At 3, this is a 0, 1, 2. At 2, there is no signal. At 3, it is a minus 1. Not minus 1, it is a minus half. And at 4, it is also plus half. And this is a 4. Okay, this is a actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is minus half. And this is 6. So this is the decomposition of the input x of n into the weighted sum of the time shifted impulses. That is results into the output y of n given by the weighted sum of the time shifted impulse responses. Okay, so we'll consider one linear time invariant system. We'll solve now the exam again, that will be very clear to you. Now consider a linear time invariant system. Okay, representing the two-path propagation channel. Okay, it is given by the system y of n is equal to x of n plus half into x of n minus 1. So this is the system given to you, and here we will solve this in the next lecture. Again, if you solve this problem, we will get the ideas very clear. So here we have